Hello there everyone, it's Aaron here from Push Square, and somehow it is already September, which, if you didn't know, is the true starting point of gaming season. That's right, we've got an absolutely stacked month ahead of us, and I'm here to break down the 10 biggest games heading to PS5. Now this one is coming in a little bit late because I had a trip to meet the Nintendo Life guys and the one and only Craig from Pure Xbox, so apologies for that, but it was totally worth it. But now that we're back and working away, let's break down the 10 biggest games heading to PlayStation in September 2023. Jet Set Radio fans will be happy to learn that Bomb Rush Cyberfunk made its way to PS4 and 5 on September 1st. This is a cel-shaded experience where you will rollerblade and graffiti to your heart's content. It's got an absolutely bonkers storyline about someone stealing Red's head, replacing it with an AI head, so you've got to spray paint and grind your way through various districts to find out who stole that head. Yeah, it's kinda wild. However, if you are interested in this, you likely aren't there for the story alone. This is a big vibes game where you'll be grinding on rails and pulling off tricks to build up your combos. You'll have various modes of transportation too, including rollerblades, skateboards and BMXs. With plenty of unique environments and various playstyles to master, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk looks like a brilliant time on PlayStation. The wait on this one has been excruciating. After launching last month on PC, the momentous RPG that is Baldurs Gate 3 is finally making its way to PS5. This is a preposterously large game with devs boasting over 170 hours of cinematics alone. You can really become whoever you please with an impressive level of choice in narrative branching that means you'll undoubtedly have a different experience from your friends. That's if you aren't already playing with your friends. You can check out Baldur's Gate 3 with up to 3 other players, forging out the ultimate D&D experience. I honestly wasn't too interested in this one to start, but just hearing the stories of my friends playing together on PC has really intrigued me. With a vast world to immerse yourself in, it seems like the devs have also crafted up just a fun experience. Baldur's Gate 3 is coming to PS5 on September 6th. If you love dribbling around the courts, then NBA 2K24 will likely be a hot pick for you in September. Arriving on the 8th on both PlayStation 4 and 5, NBA 2K24 is the slickest and most immersive NBA experience to date. Powered by something called Pro Play, the game has incorporated the motion of your favourite players, so that when they're on the court, they dribble, run and shoot just like they would in real life. There have been a ton of gameplay enhancements made too that can make your games as difficult or as accessible as you'd like them to be. From dribble types to slam dunk hangs, there are a whole lot of gameplay options that can really make the NBA experience your own. There's also the all new City Hub to explore where you can customize your player and just shoot some hoops with mates. The Crew Motorfest is the third installment in this racing franchise, this time ditching its expansive yet condensed version of America for a diverse Hawaiian archipelago. Fans of the Forza Horizon series on Xbox will likely feel at home here, as you take part in various events as part of the ongoing Motorfest. From electric vehicles to Japanese-inspired drifting events, playlists within the game ensure that there is a wide gamut of styles of racing to keep you on your toes. Or, well, your wheels. I actually got some hands-on time with this one a month or so ago, so you can check out my preview on the channel, but to quickly round things up, this isn't really breaking the wheel, but I do think that is completely fine, because it is a fun and colourful racing experience, and it's a type of racer that we don't get a lot of over here on PlayStation, so I'll definitely be picking that up when it launches on PlayStation on September 14th. Who'd have thought to have mashed up the Tale of Pinocchio with a Souls-like? Well, I suppose NeoWiz Games did, because that's exactly what you're getting with Lies of P, which is heading to PS4 and 5 on September 19th. Of course, this isn't quite the Pinocchio you know, who will be wielding weapons and taking down mechanical abominations in a dark steampunk world. The enemy design in this just looks spectacular, with its early 1900s carnival style, along with some brilliant visuals and snappy looking combat. I think one of the cool things about Lies of P is seeing the dark spin that NeoWiz has taken with this Pinocchio story and world, which in itself is already pretty dark. If it manages to nail the combat as well, it could make for a truly enthralling take on the Souls-like formula. Arriving on the same day, except only on PS5, is Mortal Kombat 1. This is the latest entry in the long-standing fighting series that is dialing back the clocks to deliver a fresh new take on the Mortal Kombat timeline. It's still following on in some ways from Mortal Kombat 11, but this is described as a fresh new beginning for the franchise, with an original storyline and fresh takes on classic characters. Of course, players can expect brutal and bloody violence taken to the next level with some pristine visuals, and like the previous entries, we will also get some incredibly cool cameo characters joining the roster like Omni-Man from Invincible and Homelander from The Boys. There's also the cameo system to test out that allows players to bring another fighter into battle for special combo moves. Basically, it sounds like it's time to check out Mortal Kombat if you've missed out the past couple of entries. September 21st will see the launch of Payday 3 on PS4 and 5, a multiplayer heist 'em up from Starbreeze Studios. In teams of up to 4, players will embark on multi-layered heists where team coordination is paramount. For fans of the Payday series, this is the first new entry in 10 years, but if Payday 2 is anything to go by, then this will be a multiplayer title you can come back to for years. For those wondering what's new, Payday 3 makes its way to the bustling streets of New York, bringing a more intense focus on stealth and has an all-new negotiation phase, so when things inevitably go sideways, you can eke out some precious additional time for your heisting. If you know me, I love a multiplayer co-op game, so I'll definitely be checking this one out when it lands on PlayStation. On September 26, nearly 2 full years after its initial controversial release, Cyberpunk 2077 is finally getting an enormous DLC expansion. Phantom Liberty brings a whole new story, area and characters to PS5, expanding the impressively dense lore and physical setting of Night City. And yes, you did hear that right there, this is just coming to PS5, so no PS4 version. The story here is said to be more of a spy thriller and features none other than Big Driss. But of course, you can also expect the return of Keanu Reeves as Johnny Silverhand. However, as if that wasn't exciting enough, the base game will also be receiving an enormous update, which brings complete overhauls to combat, the perk system, and even introduces vehicular combat. I am ashamed to say that I've still not completed this one, even with over 40 hours clocked between the PS4 and 5 editions of the game. But my patience, or more my inability to tackle my backlog, finally has its perks, as I will get to experience most of the game for the first time with this upgraded version. I can't wait. Coming to both PS4 and 5 on September 29th, Fate Samurai Remnant is shaping up to deliver a stellar ARPG experience. With new and old faces from the Fate series, you'll play as the son of a legendary swordsman and philosopher, which sounds simple enough, but things quickly become complicated. Just know that there is a floating sentient book, something called Magecraft in the Holy Grail War, and servants, the physical manifestation of heroes from throughout history that can be called to battle. Set during the Edo period in Japan, you'll be drawn into the Waxing Moon ritual, where you and your servants, that's those historical heroes, will fight over said waxing moon, which will grant any and all wishes. As you can tell, there is a lot going on here, but you can also see that Fate Samurai Remnant is a gorgeously vibrant ARPG that will thrust players into both tactical combat and dense exploration. Arriving on the same day as Fate Samurai, EA Sports FC 24 makes its grand debut. For those that don't know, this is just FIFA, but with a brand new and super catchy new name. Of course, this is the latest entry in the yearly football experience, or soccer for our American friends out there, where you can play as your favourite teams and players. Of course, you can expect the usual dealing of Ultimate Club, except this time with women's football, and if you're wondering what else is new, EA Sports FC 24 will include Hypermotion V, Opta and Frostbite engine, practically reinventing the way its players move, play and look. The aim is to create the most true to football experience ever, so you can expect your favourite players to actually move like your favourite players, very similar to NBA 2K24. And those are the 10 biggest games heading to PlayStation in September 2023. Let me know down in the comments which games you are most looking forward to, and it doesn't have to be one of the games mentioned here today. Either way, remember to leave a like on the video, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, then subscribe to the channel. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching, and until next time, I've been Aiden, and this has been Push Square.